Hey everyone, it's Tracy Martirana here from Holistic Wellness with Tracy. Welcome to my channel. Today is my second video from my From Scratch series. While I do a ton of from scratch meals, in this series I wanted to focus more on scratch items, like ingredients, things that most people aren't usually making in their own kitchen. I plan to post at least one new from scratch video per month, so please be sure that you are subscribed so you never miss out. Today I'm sharing a quick and easy recipe for marinara sauce. You can use the sauce with some whole wheat pasta for a quick weeknight dinner, make a larger amount for your next lasagna, use it for pizza sauce, or make a big batch and then can or freeze it for later. Today I'm making just a small batch because I'm using it to make these Italian stuffed bell peppers for dinner. This recipe is very customizable, so play around with it. You can find the basic recipe in my blog post. I will link that down in the bio. As written, the recipe makes about 3 cups of sauce. I don't need that much, so I'm just making half a batch. I diced up some onion. I'm cooking that down with just a splash of water, then adding in a good splash of balsamic vinegar and a couple cloves of garlic. If you don't like garlic, use just 1 or 2. I went ahead and used 3 because I'm a fan. To this, I'm adding tomato paste. And I must say, whoever finally decided to put tomato paste in a tube should win some sort of prize. I'm using about a tablespoon of tomato paste, maybe a little less, and then I'm flavoring this up with a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, some salt, and then I'm adding red pepper flakes because I like heat. If you don't like heat, you can just omit them. I stir that together to allow it to cook just a little bit, let that tomato paste cook, and then I'm adding in my tomatoes. I'm using diced tomatoes, but the recipe actually called for crushed tomatoes, which gives a smoother sauce. Mine will be a little chunkier. I am using this potato masher to break up the tomatoes. If you were going to use fresh tomatoes, you would have to peel them, seed them, and chunk them up pretty finely and then still crush them while they're cooking. I let it cook down for about 15-20 minutes, and then I'm transferring it to this jar while I move on to the rest of my dinner prep, which is making rice. I'm adding enough sauce into the rice just to make it, saucy. And then I'm chopping up this vegetarian Italian sausage and adding that. I'm adding in some mozzarella just for a little cheesy bite. And then I'm scooping this into the peppers, which I have pre-roasted just to let them begin to cook so they're not too crisp. Topping it with some extra sauce, some more mozzarella, and a little shredded Parmesan, cooking it off just until it's heated through and the cheese is nice and melty, and then we're serving that up for dinner. Now when you go to make the sauce, there are plenty of add-ins if you want to make it just a little bit more your own. Add in some sun-dried tomatoes, mushrooms, bell peppers, parsley. You can put Parmesan cheese right in the sauce, or maybe add meat or sausage if you want. And then serve it over pasta, serve it over rice, put it on your eggplant or chicken parm, add a little more oregano and use it as pizza sauce, make lasagna. It's a great dip for chicken fingers or as a base, for crock pot meatballs. Whatever you choose to do with it, I think you will find it to be delicious.